Yes, sir.
I was just wondering why racist, bigots, misogynists, and fascists aren't.
Yeah.
Oh, I think those are ambiguous terms. They're not specific enough.
Oh, racist.
Oh, well, racist is specific enough.
Fascist isn't specific enough.
Yeah,
Well, he is misogynist.
I mean, I didn't put a lot of things on here either that I could have put. I mean, the sign's only so big. But, I mean, I put the prevalent ones. I don't meet a lot of racists on campus. I really don't.
You all meet a lot that are.
At least they're not very open about it, maybe. But these are the things I've encountered on campus. Except the jihadists. I only met one jihadist. That was at LSU, Baton Rouge. But I've met a lot of people who bring up that topic anyways. But these are the main issues I face on universities.
Can I say, if you actually want to convert me, you're going to have to prove to me of something. And I should point out, you're standing in front of the math and science building, or math and physics building, and most of the people who come out of there are going to want proof of some kind.
Well,
so you put Darwinism on there. Darwinism has scientific proofs.
Which proof? I've never seen it.
The book of the evolution of species is a proof.
No, that's a theory.
It's a theory.
The origin of species, written by Charlie Darwin. That was just his propositions.
I acknowledge that's a theory, but the theory has a proof behind it. And
no, if it was proven, it would no longer be a theory.
No.
They have what they would try and use as evidence, but there's a difference between evidence and proof.
No,
Evidence is something a fact that you use to interpret to prove your theory. A proof is something that actually has made your theory proven.
How science works.
You're misunderstanding what a theory is. A theory isn't. A theory is not, oh, this maybe thing. A theory is the highest level that it can be.
A theory has 3 qualifications. You know what those are?
No, a theory is where it's generally accepted. There's proof for it, some proof, and
Empirical proof.
What?
Empirical proof.
Yeah, empirical proof. And what's the third one? I forget that one. I've had a science class like that forever.
It needs to be tested.
Yeah,
It needs to be observed. It needs to be observed, and it needs to be reproduced.
Yeah.
And we can't do any of that with evolution. We've never observed evolution.
We have. The fossil record, which you said.
No, the fossil record shows that it shows a starfish being a starfish. It shows there is no transitional species there is no transitional species in the fossil record. But I'm doing just fine, thank you. But he's asking for proof here, and you can't observe it, and you certainly can't test it and reproduce it. You can't. I mean, evolution doesn't even qualify to be a theory. Because it can't meet the 3 qualifications. You can't reproduce it.
What you suggest
Yes, we have.
It's just bad philosophy. That's what evolution is. Evolution is bad philosophy.
Evolution is reproduced in one microevolution, which you've already said.
You can't use microevolution to prove macroevolution. They're 2 different categories.
But you can also use evolution to help create new programs that weren't originally intended.
I'm surprised you there was people that are like, they don't.
You also use evolution to create new programs and computer programs that were completely different from the author's original design.
Yeah, well, even with the programs, they're not evolving one from another. It simply shows that there's a common designer. A Ford and a Chevy have a similarity. It doesn't mean that they evolved one from another, because they have a common designer. The fact that the human race might have some similarities with apes does not mean we evolved from apes or that apes evolved from us. It just means a common designer. Similarity does not prove evolution at all.
No, I don't think that it does. But to disprove
that's
the
good.
theory is you have to have good evidence that the theory isn't true, and you have to have a better competing
But I'm
theory.
saying evolution does not qualify as a theory.
Yes, it does. Why doesn't it?
Because you cannot observe it.
You can observe it over a long course of time, which we haven't reached yet.
And
I'll agree that we haven't observed it.
and you cannot reproduce it.
We have reproduced, and it does get reproduced.
How do we? You cannot reproduce evolution in a laboratory. It cannot be done. The origin of life is outside of the boundaries of science.
Microevolution.
The origin of life cannot be empirically proven. It's outside of the limitations of science. Science is limited. If you want to deal with
Science is not limited.
you cannot say You cannot say science can't say where we came from. We weren't there.
Just because it hasn't given a viable proof yet doesn't mean that we're not going to explain it ever.
Right. Well, the origin of life has more philosophy and religion than science. It's outside of the limitations of science.
The origin of life.
Evolution does.
No, evolution
Says that we evolved. The origin of life is some primordial soup where a single cell amoeba came out of.
That's
Is
a
that what
broken
Charles Darwin
theory.
said in his book? I'll take your word for it. I haven't read it. Did he say they evolved?
Well, he dealt more with.
Or did he say that animals changed over time?
Well, he dealt with the similarities of apes and humans, and he said black people were not as evolved as white people.
Canaries.
No, that's what he said. Do you know what the name of his book was? No, but that was not the full title. It was The Origin of Species, or the Preservation of Favored Races in the Struggle for Life.
Okay.
What was the favored race? The white people, he
Are you
said.
trying to say Darwin was a racist and trying to...
Just read The Origin of Life. You don't read it in your science labs. People don't actually read his
You're
books.
getting off topic anyway.
Well, why did he say black people weren't as evolved as white people? Like, that's where Hitler got his ideas from Charlie Darwin.
The belief of the time.
That was the belief at the time.
He believed in the Aryan race because of evolution. That's what Hitler believed in.
Yeah, which we now discount as bullshit. We don't even believe in races.
Yeah, the Aryan race is bogus. There's no such thing as evolution.
There is a Aryan people which wasn't, but it was actually a group in the Himalayas. It wasn't those short, dark skin. It wasn't who we call it. But yeah, we don't believe in race anymore.
That's good. There's only the human race.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's
If Darwin at any point insinuated that, then it's been disproven.
Well, he didn't insinuate it. He just explicitly taught
If
it.
he explicitly said it,
Yeah, he did.
he was wrong.
He was wrong on a lot of things.
But continue to explain how
but,
he's wrong about evolution.
different needs.
Well, again, evolution cannot be proven, and it doesn't qualify to be a theory. I don't know why it's taken so much. Well,
There's a book. You got that.
yeah, because of the impossibility of the contrary. I'm about to.
Okay. Can I put
Creationism, that we were created by a intelligent being,
Okay,
a
were
personal
we all put
being.
here as the species that we are?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, God created Adam and Eve. It says, well, we've never seen a species give birth to anything but its same kind. And that's exactly what the Bible said.
That's not what
The
evolution
Bible says every species or every animal gave birth after its own kind. Humans give birth to humans.
How do you know that that's right?
Well, that's what we've observed empirically, anyways. It's true to observation. Empirically, it's scientifically accurate.
When a horse and a donkey reproduce, they don't produce a mule.
It's still of the same kind.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not.
Yeah, they can't
It's
breed.
sterile and it's
not
not
a-
a species.
There's variations within a species. Like there's different. You can crossbreed different dogs. My dog is half miniature pincher and half Chihuahua, but it's still a dog. A dog is the species. The Chihuahua and the Min Pin are variations within a species.
No, a donkey and a horse are different species.
Dog is perfect evidence of evolution, actually.
Microevolution, not macroevolution. Variations within a species.
Macroevolution is just microevolution on a larger scale.
Eventually,
Well,
No,
all of the
macroevolution is
species.
slower, so